It's already January 19th, and that means all the motivation is gone. You're just holding to that resolution by a thread.
Stop it. Get some help.
I'll be breaking down 3 things: how to properly set goals so that you'll stick to them, how to plan your nutrition around it, and how to train for it. Problem with setting weight loss goals is that most of us look at it as a form of punishment. We work out as hard as we can, eat as clean as we can, all until motivation lasts, aka 2 weeks. This has to stop. Before you set another fitness goal, understand one simple truth. The way you look and feel is just a consequence of your habits. The key to setting goals is twofold: understanding where you're starting from, knowing what your body needs now. Number two, finding activities that you enjoy and align with your goals. So now it just becomes a lifestyle. And once it's a lifestyle, you're going to look great and you're going to feel great just as a consequence of doing it. Principle to setting up your nutrition plan is simple. Eat slightly less than what your body needs. So to do that, step 1 would be to understand what your body needs. First, we're going to calculate the BMR, the basal metabolic rate of your body. This metric tells us nothing but the minimum amount of calories that your body burns when you're doing literally nothing. When you sleep all day, this is the amount of calories that your body uses. You can use the calculator that I am using. I'll link it down in the comments below. All you do is enter in your age, your height, and your weight, and this calculator will tell you the amount of calories that you need to be consuming on BMR if you're sedentary or you're exercising 1 to 3 times a week. I don't like to overshoot the exercise, so I take the average between the sedentary and the 1 to 3 week exercise. Now that you know how much your body needs, just subtract 300 to 500 calories from this in order to create a deficit. Now that you know how much you should be eating, it's time to figure out what you should be eating. 3 macronutrients that are going to make up your diet are carbohydrates, your rice, fruits, vegetables. It's your primary energy source and it's going to add bulk to your diet through all the 5. We have protein, you have your chicken, fish, tofu. It is going to allow you to build muscle. It is the most satiating macronutrient, and it actually improves metabolism when you eat protein, which means that your body actually requires more calories in order to break down and digest protein. Finally, we have fats, your oils, your egg yolks, your nuts. These are your secondary energy source, and it is vital for hormonal function within your body. Now, how much of these macronutrients are you going to be eating? These are the steps I follow. I fill my protein intake first, anywhere between 120 grams of protein to 150 grams of. Step number 2, fats. You want to be consuming at least 50 to 60 grams of fats in order to maintain good hormonal function. And last, I like to fill in the rest of my calories with carbohydrates. Now that you figured out your macros, what are you actually going to eat to fill them? The simplest way to do this is by first figuring out what you're already eating. So you're going to track whatever food you eat throughout the week. For that, you will need 1, a food scale, and 2, a tracking app. I'll link the food scale that I use down in the comments. And for the tracking app, you can use something free like myfitnesspal. I know this can be tedious at first, but trust me, when you intuitively understand the numbers of the foods that you're eating, it is so much easier to make changes, make in quick swaps, and easily stick to your new plan. That's it. You're on your way to mastering your nutrition. Quick recap. Step 1, you're going to find your BMR. Step 2, you're going to create your deficit. Step 3, fill in your macros. Step 4, you're going to conduct the exercise and understand what you're eating. Step 5, create a plan for yourself revolving around what you already do. Training is going to be used as a tool to supplement your weight loss in 2 ways. Number 1, it is going to extend on the deficit you already created through your diet. And number 2, it is going to boost your BMR and increase the number of calories you burn only while resting. First, let's talk about increasing the BMR. This is primarily done by increasing the amount of muscle your body carries. And to increase your muscle mass, you need to resistance train. That is nothing but moving weights against gravity. And number 2, you need to eat an adequate amount of protein, which we have already covered in the nutrition section. It can be a bit intimidating for someone who hasn't ever done resistance training. So do what I did. I just bought myself very basic dumbbells, which I'll link in the comments, and I followed basic instructional videos on YouTube, and From there, when I gained confidence, I moved to the gym. Now, finally, we have supplementing your deficit, and that is going to be done through cardio. And no, by cardio, I do not mean David Goggins style running 15 ultra marathons. Cardio is anything that just helps you move your body, burn an extra few calories, and you feel good about it. My preferred form of cardio is walking. I just love it. It organically fits into my schedule and I enjoy it. It's almost meditative to me when I just have my earphones on and I'm walking. You should ideally be aiming for another 200 to 300 calories that you can burn through cardio. For example, walking 7,000 to 10,000 steps, you can burn around 300 to 500 calories per day. And it's that easy. That's all it comes down to. With that, we come to the end of the training section. A quick recap, you're going to need one form of resistance training in order to boost your metabolism and one form of cardio that you enjoy in order to supplement the deficit you create. Exactly it. All you need is to find out 5 to 10 dishes that you can create that fit into your macros and you can enjoy eating day in and day out. Figure out one form of resistance training that you find challenging and interesting enough to stick to for 3 to 5 days a week. And then one form of cardio that you can integrate into your schedule and follow every day. That's it. It's that easy. You have your fitness goals for 2024. I hope all of you crush it. And if you enjoyed the tips, please do hit the like button and the subscribe button. Thank you. Thanks for watching and all the best.